passionate football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Florida's offense will have the football first. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee, and that essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
With the catch, it's Brown. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Florida State's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It will be fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Unloaded just as he rolls. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. Inside the 35. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Fellas, wanted to keep you informed on the battle for the Peach State between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. You used to play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warwick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Got the back over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State. Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. How in the world did the offense retain possession? That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to the ground game on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll field the punt and take it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Knowles will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to get the corner. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
Well, one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him down. Tom Braun picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte.
Looking to throw on 1st down.
Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the grab. It's Isaac. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Find some fresh air. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Knowles are threatening in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Oh, they're after him. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking downfield, it's Sperry, using his feet to buy time. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Rides it and reads it.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Snagged out of the air. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying out to the left. The 40. The 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense. Get a fumble recovery and start your drive 1st and 10. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to bowl his way in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame.
The run from the shotgun.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see it here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to buy time. Can't get him to the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Isaac. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Great place to start for this offense. From the red zone, it's Singleton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up.
Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Isaac. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Jenkins. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Gators have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move, it's Isaac. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you.
Breaks into the open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. That's caught. It's Gibson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A little screen to the running back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Warner. Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time. And the misconnection on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's a heat. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Glenn. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here we go, final play of the game right here. To the air, it's Warner. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning in this rivalry matchup. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.